but this is about gaining a millionaire mindset. Now look, if you'd like to be a millionaire, not just in your bank account, but a millionaire in life, go ahead inside the comments in the chat and type millionaire. All right, type millionaire in the chat or the comments if you want to be a millionaire in life, not just in the bank account. That's what I want to talk about today. So key number one is daily personal development. I do not know where I'd be today. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be today without PD, personal development. I got involved in it back in October of 1999. It's absolutely changed my life. Okay, just like, for example, God can change people's lives, like personal development completely changed my mindset, because I knew if I was going to get to different levels, financially, spiritually, physically, relationships, everything, I had to change my mindset, because the work ethic was there, the burning desire was there, but maybe, just maybe, my mindset was not there, right? Maybe that little bit of being more pessimistic than optimistic, willing to work hard, but maybe that mindset was not where it needed to be. Personal development 7 days a week, not 4 days a week, not 5 days a week, not 6 days a week, but every single day. If you want to become a millionaire in life in general, you have got to have the proper mindset, and that comes from doing personal development. So reading books, listening to audios, podcasts, YouTube, etc. Those things have helped me and shaped me to get where I am today. Okay, key number two is you got to focus on where you're going, not your current circumstances. If you guys have circumstances going on right now in your life, go ahead and type circumstances inside the chat. Everybody's got stuff going on. I have circumstances going on every week of my life. There's always opportunity for problems, okay? Like 2 weeks ago, literally 3 things happened the same week that was like, wow, all in 1 week that happened. When you got 6 kids, when you got a wife, when you got a husband like me, there's always going to be different things going on. The business, there's people coming, going, lying, cheating, and stealing, right? There's always stuff going on. Everybody's got circumstances. So you focus on where you're going. You focus on where you're going to, not what you're going through. Look, your test will become your testimony. Your mess will become your message. You're focused on where you're going to, right? But when we're focused on what we're going through, and we're kind of like in the mud mentally, socially, emotionally, whatever we focus on expands. Whatever we focus on grows. And the more that we think about those things, the more that we talk about those things, instead of focusing on our goals and our standards and where we want to go, guess what? It will be the very thing that keeps us back. Why? Because it drains your energy. Okay? Think about different things. Think about expansion. Think about abundance. Think about achieving your goals and getting the necessarily disciplines that are needed to actually get to those goals. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is you want to focus on developing the right habits. Sometimes we want to focus, I want to go chairman, I want to have a 6-7 figure trading account, all this. But the result is good to focus on, but guess what? Without the right habits, without the right disciplines, you'll never get there. I'm positive you won't get there, because it takes certain habits, it takes certain disciplines in order for you to reach your goals. So be thinking about, what are the habits that I need to cultivate right now, and then others that maybe I need to get rid of in order for me to get to that next level in my life. Okay, so that's key number 3. Key number 4, create a vision for yourself so that distractions don't matter. Most people have sight. It's like sight to get to the weekend. Vision, something that's 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, 10 years. We're thinking in terms of years. We're thinking in terms of decades. Okay, this vision, most people don't even have vision. It says when you don't have vision, guess what? People perish, right? They're not going to have success. They're not going to have happiness. They're not going to have abundance in their life if they don't have vision. So we got to get rid of sight. Most people just doing this sight stuff, and then they wonder why they are not happy. They're not achieving their goals. You need to write the vision. That's what it says in the Bible. You got to write the vision, right? The distractions are going to come. This thing right here, the cell phone, is one of the greatest distractions to people's success. Think about it. Some people care more about their cell phone than they do success. Their cell phone is literally holding them back from success. My cell phone, I use each day to my advantage to build me. My phone is an ATM machine, man. Not just for money, but for life. This is $1 billion cell phone. Most people's cell phones are like $1,000 to $1,500, okay? Mine's $1 billion because the information that I get from my cell phone has changed my life. So you got to create this vision, get rid of the distractions, okay? You got to guard your language. This is a big one. So what are you telling yourself every day? Look, we have, 30, 40, 50,000 thoughts a day. We'll just make it simple. It's just thousands of thoughts a day. And most of these are just habitual thoughts. 90 to 95% of what we think about every day, it's just habitual, okay? But the things that we say, not just what we think, because, we've said before on these calls, your words prophesy your future, they predict your future, the words that you've said, the language you use, and I'm not just talking about like cursing and stuff like that. I'm talking about the words that you're saying every day. About your marriage, about your business. Man, my GV is down. This leader quit. The products don't work. This is going on. I'm tired of my coach, sick of my boss. My spouse is irritating me, all this stuff. And guess what? We continue to materialize in our lives the things that we talk about the most. So you got to be careful about the words that you use. Look, you're not going to be perfect, and I'm not perfect. There are things that I say, there are things that I think that I know are not growing. But here's the thing. I catch myself. And I turn it around. I don't want to focus on those things. Let's start using new language for our life. You start talking about a winner, like a winner, not a whiner. You talk almost like if you're an eagle instead of a pigeon, right? You're thinking and flying like an eagle, not a pigeon, right? So you talk like a winner. And winners don't talk like this, and that's why they don't get those results. The winners talk a different way. So you've got to think different, and you've got to talk different. That's why I say guard your language. What does this say? It's like, when you think about your mind, there's a door. You only let certain things in, but you only have certain things going out if you want to have more of an abundant, happy, peaceful life, okay? Another one, invest in yourself and in your business. I've been investing in myself, both with sweat equity of time as well as money, literally for years, all right? In my business, I cannot even tell you the amount of money over the last 10 years that I've invested into my business, my team, traveled to 43 countries, etc. I have put a lot into it, and guess what? Because of doing that, planting those seeds, watering those seeds, and eventually that harvest starts to come, and it's over and over and over again. You've got to invest in yourself. In order for you to get to the levels that you guys want to get to, it takes investment. And if you're not willing to invest, then forget it. You just continue to have the same situation that you have right now, okay? So invest in yourself and in your business. Here's another one. Limit who you spend your time with. This, my friends, is a big one. Now, you may not always be around that person, but guess what? You are associating with that person. You're texting them, you're DMing them, you're calling them, you're doing Zooms, you're reading their posts, you're following them, and then you wonder why that whole law of association, how it's actually working against you. Do you know that I heard from Brian Tracy and Jim Rohn, two different people said it? 90 to 95% of the success and happiness in our lives is dependent on the people we spend the most time with. Isn't that interesting? When you think about right now, your level of happiness in your life, think about the people you communicate with on a daily basis. I'll give you an example. There's a person in my life who recently, because of all the triggers and stuff like that, I just had I hit the block button. And this person is close to me. I hit the block button because I cannot have that in my life. It is a trigger. It was irritating. I cannot have energy drainers. Okay? You got to get away from me. I limit who I spend my time with. Who do I associate with? Now, for some of you are like, well, Brandon, what if it's your spouse? That's for another call. Okay? What if it's your kids? What if it's a business partner? What if you're around these coworkers every day? Guys, the reality is that you can change it. You chose to work there. You chose to accept the job. You chose to marry that person. You chose to have the family. You chose that person as a business partner, which also means that you can change things. And it can start with changing you. But limit who you spend time with. The texting, the calling, the Zooming, the DMing, all that stuff. You got to be very careful. If these people are not lifters, sometimes you just got to eliminate these people. You got to distance yourself from those people. When I find out who these people are and they're draining my energy, I just eventually cut people off. And it's not to be rude. I just don't believe, look, if Jesus is not going to hang around these people, I ain't going to hang around them either. Limit who you spend your time with. He limited who he spent his time with. It says he was on the way, meaning he was leaving those people, okay? You limit your time with those people who are not in support of your goals. Here's another thing. Never tell anyone your plans. I was just talking to a person about this yesterday. They were talking about all the plans. And a piece of advice that I gave to them is you don't need to tell your plans. Show the results. Just go out and do it. Sometimes you just got to shut up and grind. Look, your spouse does not want to hear about the next thing, how you started this business. I'm going to kill it with trading. I'm doing this deal. We're going to kill this. And they're like, look, you've said that 5 businesses in a row, and we are still struggling. And so my recommendation to you is to be quiet and just go make it happen. Okay? They want to see the fruit on the tree. When I got started in this industry, I can't tell you that all my family members were in support of me. They said, get a job and get your degree. Right? They weren't in support. I knew that over a period of time, I had to show the fruit of my work. So whether it's a spouse, family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, you do not need to try and convince them and persuade them. Put in the action. Let the results speak for you. I remember Michael Jordan said, I let the actions and results in the court speak for me. That's why he didn't waste a lot of time with all the reporters. He did the stuff he had to for the conferences, but he didn't waste all the time explaining himself. He said, I explain myself on the court every night. Okay? Just put in the work. Let the results speak for themselves. Look, winners are people. They're not people who never fail. They're people that never quit. A lot of people don't realize Michael Jordan from 1984 to 1990, he never got past either the first round or the Eastern Conference Championship. Okay? And then he won 3 in a row, retired, won 3 in a row again. Champions simply make adjustments. Okay? They don't quit. Quitting is not an option. One of the things that I said and that Dr. Lee said, we said to each other when we were first basically trying to figure out trading, was that quitting is not an option. We are going to find a way to make this dang thing work. It worked all the way to go live. It worked all the way to the impulse scanner. Okay? And so winners do not quit. They simply make adjustments. Sometimes you just have to adjust the sails of the boat to get to where you need to go to, right? But quitting is not an option. We know that we're going to succeed. We know that we're going to win. Eventually, it's going to happen for you as well. Guys, these are some of the things that you need to do to cultivate the millionaire mindset. When I say the word millionaire, I'm not just talking about in your bank account, trading account, business. I'm talking about becoming a millionaire in the game of life. Because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing. It's about who you are becoming along the way. That is what matters. Success is not to be pursued. It is attracted by the person you become. And guess what? If you want to become a millionaire in the game of life, it will be attracted by the person that you become. I have become a better person than I used to be. Therefore, the law says that the harvest must be greater. And it has become. Now, I want to help you guys get to that level as well. I want to help you to change your life as well so that you can get some of those goals, some of those targets you have for your life, that you can start achieving those, becoming the person that you were meant to be and that you were designed to be. So guys, this is my message for you today. I hope that you like it.